Hello and welcome to this parent information session on the topic of semantics. My name is Bronte Doubleman and I am a member of the speech pathology team at Peel Language Development School. I would like to start with an acknowledgement of country. We acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land where Noongar people performed age-old ceremonies of storytelling, music, dance and celebration, and where they cared for the lands and the waterways. We acknowledge and pay respect to the elders, past and present, and acknowledge those of the future, for they hold the memories, traditions and hopes for all Aboriginal Australians. Always was, always will be. This short 5-minute video will explain what semantics is and how your child's semantic and vocabulary development can be supported by you. I will also show you a resource that we use at Peel to support our students' semantic development. And this resource is also super useful to use at home. Semantics refers to our understanding of words, word meanings, and the relationships between words. Our vocabulary development can be described using a filing cabinet analogy. Words must be stored in an organised fashion so that they can be effectively accessed to understand a word or retrieved to be used in communication. Sometimes, our filing cabinet may not have many files in, meaning the individual's vocabulary is limited and therefore we need to work on building up the number of files or number of words in their vocabulary. Sometimes our filing cabinet may be a bit disorganised and consequently the individual may struggle to find the correct word to use or use an incorrect word. I'm sure we've all had a moment where we are unable to think of the correct word. We usually say it's on the tip of our tongue, and that is because we're trying to retrieve the right file for the correct word. This happens often to children who have a developmental language disorder. Your child's individual language plan has a page for their semantic development. There are a range of goals, including labelling, grouping items, describing words, generating multiple words, and defining words, for example. The goals highlighted in yellow are the goals they are currently working on. If you would like further explanation about how our individual language plans work, please refer to the individual language plan video on our website. There are so many ways we can support our child's semantic development. Everyday experiences such as playing with your child at home, cooking, cleaning, gardening, shopping, or driving in the car. These are all opportunities where we can talk aloud and build on your child's vocabulary. Let's use grocery shopping as an example. When you're at the shops, you can label so many items. You can play games such as tell me all the fruit you can see, or I wonder if you can tell me how a carrot is different to an apple. You can also do this at home using pantry or fridge items or even in the toy room. Junk mail or catalogues, although there's not too much of these days, Aldi, Woolworths and Coles are my current go-tos for catalogues. This is a great activity. Children can cut out pictures, sort them into groups, such as things you can eat, things you can wear, things that are round, things that go in the fridge, for example. You can also compare items and see how they are the same or different. It's great to have a scrapbook of all the cut out items, and generally the children really like going back through them and looking at all what they've cut out and what they've glued before. Games are always lots of fun. Some examples are Guess Who and Mr. Potato Head. They're all great for labelling and describing. And there's also that 5-second rule game, which is quite popular now, and it works on generating a number of items from a particular group. And this is great for organising all those word files in our brains. I Spy is another game. You don't have to play it based on a letter or a sound, but you can also play it based on a feature. For example, I spy something that is red. I spy something that is cold, round or big. That's lots of opportunities to expand our vocabularies. Book sharing in general is amazing for building vocabulary. There will always be at least 1 or 2 words in a story that you're reading to your child that they may have never heard before or they don't know the meaning of. Take the time to go through 1 or 2 words in the story, explain what it means, put it in a sentence or relate it to a personal experience so they have an opportunity to use it in context. These cue cards were developed by the school to provide visual cues to children to support their semantic development, particularly their describing skills. These are great to have stuck on your fridge or around the house. You can get your child to choose an item and choose a number of cue cards for them to describe the item to you. These cue cards are also super handy to assist with news telling and are utilised in all of our classrooms at Peel. It's great to use these cue cards to practice news at home as well. You don't need to use every cue card, but choose a few and expand on their describing skills. This will make their descriptions and item-based news telling more descriptive. If you do not have a copy of the cue cards already, there will be a PDF link under this video to download, and you can also ask your child's classroom teacher for a copy. That brings us to the end of the semantics information session. Thank you for your time. I hope you found this video useful. If you do have any questions regarding the content of this video, please contact your child's classroom teacher or a member of the speech pathology team at Peel Language Development School. Thank you.